So mmoja akimaliza anapatia mwingine.
The tribute is for Warari family. So I was writing on behalf of the whole family. My brother Moses was of few ones, but was focused and had clarity. He was ready to stand for the truth, whatever the cost. He lived what he communicated and expected the same from all. All the time, he was committed to his family. I and my family are going to miss him very much. God bless you.
Dear Babu, I still do not believe that you are gone. I have so many fond memories of you. Kicking the ball together, teaching you how to swim. You gave me a chance to name some of your farm animals like Gary the goat and Betsy, Nettie, and Molly the cows. You encouraged me to work hard in school, and I promise to not let you down. I love you, Babu, and I'll miss you. For your loving grandson, Marcus.
Tribute from Greg Thimba. For the 5 months you stayed with us, Babu, you are my best friend. We ate, we played, and we slept. In that order, and once we were done, we would start the cycle all over again. When Mom tried to force me to finish my food, I would pretend to cough, and you'd immediately come to my rescue and tell Mom to stop feeding me anymore. I would then happily jump out of my feeding chair. I will miss singing and dancing Grandpa Shark, do with you. Go well, Grandpa Shark, till we meet again. Thank you.
Babu, I had an honor of being your first grandchild, which, as you can imagine, came with a lot of wisdom, warmth, and fun. My grandfather was influential, hardworking, and inspiring. He constantly pushed me in the right direction in my schoolwork, and advised me of the expectations of manhood after my circumcision. I'll forever miss the sugar cane we used to collect and eat together. I love and appreciate all you did for me. May you rest in peace, Babu. From Matthew.
Good afternoon. I'm Agnes Wahito. I'm a daughter to Moses and Catherine. I'm the second born in the family. It is difficult to stand before you and try and honor my father in words. I am named after his mother, who was a hardworking, forthright, God-fearing, curious, and intelligent woman. Traits I have lived up to because my dad called me Maito or Mam. And to him, and he was my Kirigi Dadi, meaning my firstborn. We enjoyed a deep and cordial relationship, which has enriched into adulthood. Dad was a committed and ever-present dad. He was always on time to school visiting days, closing days, award-giving days, and every other momentous time in my life, including when I gave birth to my children and celebrated their life's milestones. He was visionary and empowering. As a low to middle income earner, He took us to one of the most sought-after schools here in Nyeri, Nyeri complex, where we schooled with children from affluent backgrounds and always reminded us that time and chance happen to them all.
And that the greatest gift he could give us was a great education. This instilled in us very early on to be comfortable with discomfort. Every school holiday, he always took us to Nairobi, to the city, either to the National Park or to the ASK shows, encouraging us to dream and aim high. At the age of 17, he was my driving instructor. He used his Peugeot 504,
a manual and heavy car that I had to do all the reverse and parallel parking to his satisfaction, and showed me that car maintenance is not a male thing. I was even taught how to change a tire, which I have gladly forgotten. He was a God-fearing man and prayerful. He taught us to pray about everything and in every circumstance. I am certain that my family, my children, and their children's children, children's children are the fruits of his prayers. He fought all our battles in the background through prayer. He loved fine things in life. He was always smartly dressed, including fully suited for a holiday in Malindi and Dubai, as you may see in the programs. Those who have known me must agree that the fruit does not fall far from the tree. He was always updated on the latest technology devices, even though he was not keen to change or upgrade his phone. He was an avid reader. He read as much as he could. When he was growing up, he had boxes full of Drum and True Love magazines, and in the later years, always read newspapers every day. Recently, he was reading The Letters of J.F. Kennedy and Decision Points by George W. Bush. He strongly believed that reading is to the brain what working out in the gym is to the body. And when you're bored, you can always find joy in reading. The 3 life lessons that my dad leaves with me. On motherhood, he says, remember that your children will see the world through your eyes. Be the best version of yourself. On leadership, he emphasized the need to lead with integrity and fairness. Most importantly, to fight the battles of the disadvantaged and the underrepresented, and to give the best at work. On driving, where he spent most of his career life, he always reminded us to check the condition of your car before your journey, ensure that you have all the right tools, travel as much as possible during the day, and finally, anticipate the actions or inactions of other road users. As is my tour, when I learned that he was in hospital, I took the earliest flight out of Zurich to come and be with him and the family, and went on to spend the last few weeks of his life, visiting him at his hospital bed, praying and singing, holding his hand and encouraging him. I will miss you, Dad. In my heart, you will remain forever. May you rest in peace.
Well, it is well. We continue. Someone doing for Matthew.
I am Humphrey Moremi, his son in love. I am humbled and blessed to have had Moses Kagiri Nderito as my father-in-law, and for providing me with a lovely wife and the mother of my 2 remarkable boys. He loved his family dearly with an almost supernatural love. He will be greatly missed, but his spirit will live in our hearts for eternity. The loss of my father-in-law is tormenting and difficult to comprehend, as we had just spent some precious times in December with the family. But we are comforted to know that he has left behind a God-fearing wife and children well-equipped to carry on his legacy. May you rest in peace, Dad, till we meet again.
Praise God. My name is Esther Kagiri. I'm the 3rd-born daughter to Moses and Catherine Kagiri, and I'll read my tribute to my dad. Dad, I never stood alone. You're the one who always stood behind me to hold me when I wanted to give in. The most potent moral force in my life has always been your love, Dad. I thank God for giving me the opportunity to hold you when your legs gave in, when your breath was hard, when your voice faded away. I guess I wasn't as strong as you were. They say a girl's first love is her dad. You have been the love of my life, my constant, the anchor that never held me back, the guiding light whose love showed me the way when I came into this world. My heart is broken, but I know you'd say in your calm voice, "Dokagedhayo shiro." I love you, Dad. Thank you.
Tribute from Jane Kagiri. I'm the last born to Mr. Moses Kagiri and Catherine Kagiri. Loving, humble, honest, intelligent, compassionate, selfless. That was our dad, Mr. Moses Kagiri Nderito, aka Baba Watoto. Dad was a man who said it as it was and never shied away from correcting where he saw a wrong, irrespective of who it was. Dad has been many great things to me. A loving father. When growing up, Dad always came home with two things: a newspaper and half a kilogram of meat. Dad would tell us that he always chose to bring that meat home so that we would enjoy it together as a family rather than sit in a restaurant and eat it with friends. I believe that is how his friends got to call him Baba Watoto. A hardworking father. Despite Dad being a matatu driver, he worked so hard to ensure that we got the best education. A selfless dad. Dad always reminded us that service to humanity is service to God. This was confirmed recently by a former colleague of my dad's who told me that when Dad was a matatu driver, he wouldn't leave a passenger who didn't have enough bus fare or none at all. I believe that is why in his hour of need, God sent each one of you to take care of him just like he had done for others. My prayer warrior. Dad was not physically in position to get out there and campaign for me, but every day he wanted to know what activities of the day were, and after I left, I'm told he would go down on his knees and pray for my success in the election. Today, I thank God for allowing Dad to see the results of his prayers. A great advisor. Dad loved the great people of Laikipia County. He always reminded me that these great people are the ones who elected me, and I should be committed to deliver on all the promises that I gave them. To anyone who visited him in hospital when he could still speak, he reminded them that we needed to serve our people and our country with diligence. A great teacher. At a very early age, Dad always reminded us that our family was a company. So at a very early age, I am pleased in knowing that heaven has gained an angel through our dad. I will try my very best to live by the righteous virtues Dad you raised us with. I attribute my success to you, Dad, for all the guidance you gave me all through. Once more, I say thank you, Dad, for waiting for me to turn 40 on the 17th of February. May your soul rest in peace till we meet again. And since I may not get another chance to speak, allow me, Reverend, to just thank the great people of Laikipia County, whom when I told my father was unwell, they actually told me, Jane, first hold on to your work, take care of your father, and they supported me all through with their prayers, resources, and finally we can say my dad left this world a very blessed man. Of course, to the doctors who took care of our dad, I say thank you to them because they did their best under the circumstances. Members of Parliament and the Senate. When I joined Parliament, I was told, those can only be my colleagues or acquaintances. But when my dad got unwell, I realized I now have new brothers and sisters because you took my dad's burden as if it was your own parent. So for that, I say thank you very much. To the Laikipia leadership, led by our Governor Joshua Irongo, you have stood with me. The Governor, the Senator, our members of Parliament, Honorable Kyunjori, Honorable Ashira, Honorable Sarah, our members of County Assembly, I say a big thank you to you. To His Excellency, the President, Dr. William Samuel Ruto, allow me to send you with a very great thank you from our family, because when my father was unwell, the President consistently and constantly called me to ask how he was doing. And I remember at the end of each of his calls, he would tell me, Jane, don't be stressed, we are going to see you. And true to it, when the bill became too high, he was the first person to support me. So for that, I say thank you and kindly deliver the gratitude from our family. Of course, also to His Excellency, the Deputy President, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, he's also supported us very greatly along this journey. To everyone present here today, I say a big thank you on behalf of our family for being with us, walking this journey with us, offering us your presence. I even had colleagues who would come with me to the ICU to sing for my father. For that, I say a very, very big thank you. God bless you.
God is good, and all the time. My names are Martin Derito Kagiri, son to Moses Kagiri, and we really appreciate all of you coming here. And first of all, I want to thank God juu ya kutupatia hii wakati, kutupatia afya and good weather. It has hit us very hard as a family, but through your prayers and your kutujoin, imetupatia nguvu. My dad was quite a principled person because he could not agree with everything you said, or aone kitu inaenda vibaya na anyamaze. Na kama mimi alikuwa ananiongelesha sana like a son. Na nakumbuka when I got married, aliniongelesha for I think the longest time tushaiongea na yeye. And he told me, now umenyeri uwe muthuri na we noe maitho ma family yakwa. And now that he's gone, mimi nilijiambia juzi that time has come ya gukorwo maitho macio anjiraga, and that is reality for me. I want to thank my sisters very much. Nilikuwa naongea na Jane earlier on, na Mungu ametubariki for the last 2-3 years, each one of us as siblings. Ametubariki na mambo mzuri, you know, the things that made Dad happy. For example, Jane kukuwa mheshimiwa just last year, na sisi wengine wote. And he's gone a happy man. Yeah. And there's nothing to regret about. He has lived a good life. Na I'm sure he's watching us, and ameacha watu wanaweza survive. You know, people who can face the world boldly like he did. Anyway, thank you so much, waheshimiwa, kututembelea, kuona sisi all along. Senator Kenywa, umekuwa rafiki yangu sana sasa, na umekuwa ukini encourage pia. Okay, let me do my tribute. Sorry. Dear Dad, you have been my only true friend as a man. You may have been tough, but it was for the true and honest concern for your children that you had. And if there's a man I know who would truly be honest, is you. I will emulate you, your humility, honesty, and principles. I will always love you, Dad, and follow your guidance for the rest of my life. Yangu ilikuwa fupi, and it is from the bottom of my heart. Yep, thank you so much. These are my daughters. I'm a daddy of daughters. Na kengine kako pale, sijui mama yao ameenda wapi. But just like my dad, si mnaona he has 3 girls and 1 boy. So I'm hoping naona kaboy kakikuja hivi karibuni. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we thank God. Before we welcome Mom, I understand we have another one, so that now we can welcome Mom so that she can give her tribute. The other tribute kindly.
For NT Sacco, the chairman.
NT Sacco.
Harakisha kidogo.
Habari zenu. Kwa niaba ya chama ya 4NT ambaye baba watoto amekuwa akituongoza tukiongoza hii chama na yeye. Kama mnaniona mimi sio mzee sana, na mimi ndio mwenyekiti ya hawa wazee. Tuko na mzee ambaye anaitwa Mr. Geshelo. Hata kwa shule unajua sasa ile umesanya watoto, kuna mzee mtu mmoja vile wanashikana sana. Na mzee Geshelo najua amefika na alikuwa ameomba nimpatie dakika moja, na tulikuwa tumekubaliana na mheshimiwa nitampatia, na nafikiri anakuja. Na kabla hajakuja, Geshelo, nafikiri unakuja. Na kabla hajakuja nafikiri nitasema machache. Nafikiri vile watoto wamesema hiyo yote, nafikiri kama umekuwa ukisikiliza, those are the attributes of baba watoto. Mimi sikumwona namuita jina lingine. Tumemkuta huko na tumekuwa tukimuita baba watoto. Kuna mambo ine ambaye alikuwa ametupatia jukumu kubwa sana ambaye imetupa changamoto. Nafikiri wote ambaye mmeona magari